Hello learners, welcome to the session. The topic which we are discussing today is entrepreneurial opportunities in waste management. This particular topic is related to the course MEV 053, that is the course code, and the title of the course is Entrepreneurship in Waste Management. And this course relates to the program PG Diploma in Waste Management. So I once again welcome you to the session, and today we will be discussing that entrepreneurship. Tomorrow we are celebrating World Entrepreneurship Day. And in this context, it is very important for us to understand that does waste management sector is emerging as a potential entrepreneur sector. Do we have entrepreneurial opportunities in waste management? The waste streams vary from electronic waste to municipal waste. We have sanitary waste, we have a lot of recyclable waste. So many things are there in the waste sector alone. And this particular sector nowadays, if done thoroughly, if managed properly, it is a billion-dollar industry, which is important not only economically. It gives us the raw materials back. There are a lot of recyclables which we can get, but more so, it provides livelihood to the people. And in this context, it is very important for us to understand that what we can do in the waste management sector. What opportunities lie in the field of entrepreneurship? How can we start our own businesses? How can we go for startups in the area of waste management? There are so many new things which are coming. What are the challenges? How we can overcome these challenges, and what options do we have? Does information technology play a role in it? What all is there in it? That all we will be discussing. First of all, we must understand that waste, the generation of the waste, the improper disposal of the waste, it poses a threat to the environment and also to the human health. Looking into this, the waste management is become a critical environmental concern of today. And this is not only in the urban areas, but in the rural areas also. You will find that the waste and the different constituents of the waste have penetrated deep inside. If you look at the statistics, it is around 1,50,000 to 1,60,000 metric tons of municipal waste is generated daily. Now these estimates suggest that we need lot of technologies, we need lot of measures that how do we manage it. And the worst part of it is that only a fraction of this waste stream is collected. So estimates say that only 70 to 75% of the waste we are able to collect it. Maybe through door-to-door segregation or with the help of various waste collection pits that we have. So because of various mechanisms, we have seen that the collection part is still very weak, and we cannot talk about and we cannot think about managing the waste if we have not collected it properly. So in the first place, it is important that we collect the waste, and that also has to be improved. And out of that which is collected, only 20 to 30% or 25%, if we take this average, that is treated. And when we say treated, it means that either it is recycled, or it is made into compost, or some sort of treatment is given to the waste. So imagine, most of the waste, that means, is lying unattended. It is there in the landfills, or it is burnt like that. So therefore it becomes very important. It is important on our part to see that what we can do with this waste streams. They are of varied nature. They come in various proportions. They pose threats differentiately in different organisms, and they are always there in the environment. They are persistent. So what is important that now, with the help of various methods, there are now ways to deal with it. We have got now various mechanisms of collecting them, segregating them, treating them, disposing them. So many types of measures which we are doing. But what is good part is that it is emerging as a business. lot of people, lot of young entrepreneurs have taken it up as a business activity, and because of this it has immense potential, and it is not a surprise that the waste management sector is emerging as a potential market in the years to come. But that is possible only when we have collected the waste streams in a proper, regulated and scientific manner. And therefore, we must know why we are doing concerned with all these things, that as it is already discussed, that it is doing harm to human health. It is there in the environment for several hundred years. It penetrates into the groundwater. It does harm to the soil. When burnt, it causes air pollution. So there are a lot of issues associated with improper management of the waste. So let us see what we can do and what should be done ideally. Remember, learners, now we have to get away with the take, make, dispose, which was the concept of the linear economy. As we have shifted, or we strive to move towards circular economy, we find the immense potential in this. So what is important is should be a shift in the mindset. What is important is that how we think about as the waste. We have to understand that nothing is waste. It is actually a resource which is waiting for recognition. Every waste has a value in it. We have to derive that value. We have to see that what precious elements are in it, or how much of the raw materials have gone into the manufacturing of that particular product. So if you are disposing it like that, it is a waste of the energy, it is a waste of the natural resources, it is a waste of the labor that has gone into it. So therefore, think of the waste as a resource. That is the first step. If we think about the entrepreneurship, every waste stream, whether it is a plastic straw, or whether it is a food waste, or whether it is any electronic item which is discarded, it has a value in it. What is important, that we derive the value and we know and we recognize that what value lies with it. So the shift in the mindset is very, very important. And these on the screen you can see, these are some of the areas where you can work, where you can think about setting up your own businesses in waste management. Core areas of opportunity are, number one is smart waste collection and logistics. Learners, what is the biggest hurdle in waste management? It is that it is not collected properly. We simply putting up the dustbins at various places, or if we consider your organization as a unit, most difficult part is the collection and the segregation. So if we can develop certain apps, or if we have smart dustbins, if we can think of some better logistics, that how we can collect the waste, how we can separate the paper, the plastic, the glass, the metal from each other, that will make the huge difference. So one of the most important area of opportunity is smart waste collection and logistics. What is the life cycle analysis? How does it flow? How does it move in the entire ecosystem? That is very, very important. So smart waste collection, logistics, optimizing how we gather the waste, how do we segregate it, how we ensure community participation in it, how can public be motivated and to play their important role. Second important step is material recovery and recycling. By what methods we can recover, how we can recycle the method. See, for example, we take electronic waste. Electronic waste has a lot of precious elements in it, and these precious elements also cover gold, plutonium, etc. Mercury is there. Heavy metals are there. So how do we ensure that we are able to, through regulated recycling, we are able to extract those important elements? And after extracting, if we are able to use it somewhere, or if you are able to manufacture some new electronic equipment out of those recycled ones, then this is called as material recovery. And learners, you must have seen at various places material recovery facilities, MRFs, which we call them. So material recovery facilities must be set up. It requires initial investment, but later on it becomes a lucrative business, as it has been experienced by various entrepreneurs, particularly who are working in the plastic waste and the electronic waste sector. So material recovery, maybe in the form of glass. We have a lot of paper recycling units which have come up. They collect the paper from various sources, from various dealers, middlemen, and then they recycle it and manufacture the paper. So this is another area. And another important opportunity is upcycling and creative repurposing. How we can upcycle. See, recycle and upcycle. These are the two terms which you must understand. Recycling is putting the materials, the elements back in the shape to get the same material, same product again. But upcycling refers particularly like refurbishing. Some material is discarded, some product is discarded, and after that we make the design changes, or we make some additions into it, and then it becomes a new product which has a different utility. Then that is known as upcycling. Simply saying that when we discard clothes, old clothes or torn out clothes, and when we see them, or we make some covers out of it, or we make some bed sheets out of it, or different decorative items if we are making from it, then it is the upcycling feature. So various small scale units, various small scale enterprises, you can say, they have come up, and you must have seen that best out of waste. That industry is growing like anything, and now people are urging, they're coming forward, they want such type of recyclables, and they want such type of upcycled products. So now with the realization that plastic is bad, now with the realization that we are contributing a lot in generation of the waste, and it is dangerous for the planet, people are now opting for the green choices. They are now coming for these things, that they can looking for some options. And if your business does that, if your business provides them with the recycled boxes, or recycled maybe bed sheets, or these type of products which have less ecological footprint, which are less damaging to the environment, the people are coming to it. So there is a huge scope. You must think about it, that how you can, at a smaller scale, you can begin with a less amount of investment, infrastructure, and then you can upgrade it. So that is how we look at it, that there are opportunities are many, but the only thing which is required is that the willingness and to make the first step. So there are, apart from it also, there are various opportunities which can be taken for, like organic waste. India is basically, we are an agricultural country, and more so we know that most of the fraction of the waste which is generated, it is organic in nature. It contains lot of moisture, it is biodegradable in nature, and therefore nowadays lot of compost is being manufactured. Even the households, they are setting up their own compost bins and producing compost out of the leftover food and the fruits and the vegetable peelings and so on. This is emerging as a huge market. You can set up your own composting facilities. The stubble, or the organic matter, or the organic waste which is generated from the agriculture or from the horticulture or the urban areas, that can be collected and that can be converted into the compost and then sold again to the market, because that is needed as a manure in various gardens and other places in a city also. They can be given to the farms also. That is very important. And digital platforms and services. So in the age where digitalization has not left anything untouched, the waste management sector is not aloof from it. So with the help of information technology, the digital services, you can come up with your own apps. where you can provide services like picking up the trash, or the residents, if they want to give you electronic items which have been not used at their homes. So these type of things are also coming up, and there are a lot of startups which are working in this sector. They are utilizing the different, they are doing with various apps they are making for waste, not only collection but for segregation also, for pickup also, for disposal also. In a city where you find that there is a lot of dumping of the garbage has taken place any place, so there are apps where you can click the pictures and send, and so it will be collected. The city's aesthetics would be protected like that. So in this way there are various opportunities in this field also. And recycling and resource recovery, this is one of the most important factor by which generates huge amount of money, and which is considered to be a prime opportunity, entrepreneurial opportunity in the waste management. So it is converting waste into new materials to reduce the consumption of the raw materials. So it has got an economic impact, obviously, because as we just discussed about the MRFs, that is material recovery facilities, it adds money to the economy. And studies have indicated that if we are able to recycle, like aluminium for example, it is expensive to mine aluminium virgin as compared to you take it or you recycle it from those equipments which are using it, which are having it. So what we mean to say is that in many of the instances, the extraction of the virgin mineral or the virgin raw material is expensive as compared to taking it from the already discarded products, and this is more precisely known as urban mining. So urban mining is a new concept which says that extraction of the metals, minerals, elements from those products which are discarded in the urban areas. It has got an economic benefit because it prevents putting into money, energy, labor in extracting the strain elements from the virgin state through the earth's crust. And secondly, it also helps to reduce the labor cost, various types of costs which are involved in the mining activities. Therefore, it is said that the waste management sector is going to be the next, you can say, which has got huge potential in terms of generating employment and creating livelihood opportunities. And we must leverage this opportunity. We must, because it is not only helping you in your having your own business or livelihoods, but it also is beneficial for the environment and our own health also. And not only economic, as I said, the job creation. Most of the recycling in the electronic sector and everything is done in an informal manner. The women workers, the informal workers, they are doing their work, but they are not recognized and they are not mainstreamed despite working diligently for waste management. So if we recognize waste management as a sector, and if we regulate the waste collectors, waste workers, waste segregators, the informal workers, the informal recyclers who are working in this sector, if we are able to regularize them, if we are able to mainstream them, then it would be very beneficial, and it would give them a status, and most importantly, it gives a kind of a job security. So in any way they are working, but if we are able to give them some health insurance benefits, or if we are able to give them some protective garments while they are dealing with the waste, then it is a kind of a job generation. It is a kind of a livelihood generation for the people. So these facilities, as it has been mentioned, can create significant employment with an estimated 80 lakh person days for operations and management. So we need, if we look into the various sectors who are working in this area, there is a huge potential. People are required from at various levels of management, from lower level to middle level to higher level. Every type of the worker is required in this sector. For example, plastic waste. We know that the roads are being built at various places. So how do we do that? We have a lot of plastic generated from various sources, and it is proved that this can be used to make roads. But how do we do it? So who will do it? So therefore the need is there, that how we can connect the dots, how we can align everybody in the same way, that they are able to contribute meaningfully and positively to the society. Similarly, electronic waste, there are precious metals like gold which can be recovered from the circuit boards, the motherboards. It contains, your mobile phone contains a lot of precious elements in it. So if you are able to extract gold from it, it is definitely beneficial. Similarly, paper, we all use paper. It is not only for this thing, but the paper is used in packaging also. At so many places the use of paper has been seen. So if you recycle 1 ton of paper, it saves 17 trees in significant amount of energy and water. So small baby steps also taken by you, taken by an enterprise which is in the field of waste management, or a business which works to collect, segregate, dispose, treat waste, through any of the means, it is like a blessing, it is like a protector, it is like a savior to the environment and the natural ecosystems. Similarly, you must be knowing about waste to energy treatment plants, and these plants convert waste into electricity. The challenge is that most of the waste is lying unattended at the landfills. Now, the landfills are the mix. It contains the heterogeneous waste. There is a paper, plastic, and there is the food waste, the medical waste also put in it. So, the model is that India's waste management sector operates on build, operate and transfer model. That is, it is the designated landfills are built, they are used to dump the urban waste, and when they are saturated again, the search for the new place begins, or the heaps of the mountains of the waste are being seen in the outskirts of the city. So what is required is waste to energy treatment plants are successful only when the waste optimally is put into the treatment plant. If the waste is mixed, if the moisture laden waste is put in the waste to treatment energy plants, it does not work. It is not beneficial, and therefore the waste to energy treatment plants fail. So what is required is that how do we and what kind of inputs are we giving into the waste to energy treatment plant. So only the dry waste, the recyclable waste should be put, and therefore it is at the screen you can see that the past projects have failed because there were set up the waste to energy treatment plants, but they have failed due to poor waste segregation and operational problems, highlighting the need for robust planning. So it is like a planning is required from every step. Simply collecting and dumping as such is not considered to be a viable option, particularly when we are taking this work as our job, as our business, if you are taking it like that. So you invest so much, you put in so much of planning into it, but if it is not implemented so well, it will not yield the desired outcomes. So therefore it is important that whatever small entrepreneur sector you have chosen to, if you are working in that, it is important to see that you are able to connect the dots properly. Similarly, circular economy, there are several principles of circular economy you must be knowing, and you must have heard about it, that how to bring circularity in the environment, how to see that thing which is used again comes back to the same ecosystem in the same form, that is circularity, because we can no longer afford the linear model where we extract natural resources from the environment, we make the products and we just dispose it without attending to it. That is not at all acceptable and affordable also nowadays. So what is important is that you extract the raw material, use it, and see that it returns back to the natural environment. That is the basis of the circular economy. There are various principles, and you must, if you are the learners of this program, in the study material you can see that there are various sections which explain that how you can plan the waste management enterprises, what challenges you will face, how to get the finances for it, what are the different sectors which are available, how you can go out, what are the successful case studies of the these type of entrepreneurial opportunities and all. So a KPMG study estimates that a circular economy could lead to saving of US 624 billion in India by 2050. So if it is a promising one, it gives a lot of scope. It is like a billion-dollar industry, and lot of opportunities exist before us. But we must see the first step, that how we are aware about it, how we can contribute towards it. So that is, and the best part is that the government initiatives, government policies, government programs are also in line with it. So with the Clean India mission, that is Swachh Bharat mission, it is a national cleanliness program which strives 100% waste collection, and it gives us a chance to see that how we are able to participate in the programs which are initiated by the government. The Swachh Sarvekshan rankings which come every year, which grade the cities on the basis of the waste management practices. So the government has been very pro in this sector. Also, the various programs like Make in India, Digital India, all are in line with the opportunities which exist before us, and how we can leverage this important opportunity is up to us. Similarly, waste to wealth. That is very interesting, that waste, there's nothing waste, there's nothing which has no value to it. So the challenge before is that how we can see all type of waste around us. It is lying unattended, unregulated. But the challenge is that how we can convert it into wealth. How will it make us wealthy? How will it help us to earn money? That is very, very important. So therefore, learners, we must see that the opportunities are many, depending upon your expertise, depending upon your interest, depending upon the waste stream which is around you, and the pressing problem which you feel. You can think about the opportunities which lie in the entrepreneurs sector in the waste management. You must learn and read more about the producer responsibility organizations, that is PROs. You should learn about extended producer responsibilities, that is EPR. Whichever sector you are working, there is an ample scope. There's a huge scope for you to understand that how waste management can be taken up as a business by you. So there are certain strategies: waste segregation, waste collection, modern recycling plants. This is very, very important, and we have various you can say case studies. Lot of business successful case studies have come up. So we can conclude that 3 points, that waste is a resource, technology is a game changer, and sustainability is profitable. So with this, we come to an end of today's session. Hope you have enjoyed, and hope you understand that waste management sector has lot of entrepreneurial opportunities. Thank you.